Hello lovely Leo, thank you very much for tuning into your January 2016 reading. Can't believe it's the new year already. My name's Lorien Witch. For those of you who already know me, you know that I'm a tarot reader, crystal healer, I practice divination tools, and I'm also a witch. Clues in the name. And it's my pleasure to bring you these readings every month and every week as well. So to those of you who are new here, welcome. I hope you've had a brilliant festive season, and let's see what's coming up for you in the new year. Now, this deck is the Chrysalis Tarot. I'm going to be using that, and also the Archangel Oracle deck, just picking one card for the main theme of the month. Now, for those of you who's been here before, you may know that normally I have them already laid out. I thought I'd show you a little bit of my process, which is mainly me shuffling the cards, meditating over them, and trying to, get in tune with them. I've already meditated, but it can take anywhere between 30 seconds to 3 minutes to actually get the correct cards from the deck. So I may change it again for February, I may continue to do this, but it just gives you a little bit of insight as to my method, and also the fact that all my readings are just from the cards straight away done. Okay, so let's start with the 4 cards which are going to represent your 4 weeks of January. I invite all you Leos or Leo rising, Leo moon signs just to kind of take a breath, open up your intuition so that you can also read into the card yourselves and invite any messages in to you. Okay, just going to start by shuffling the deck now. Whoa, okay. You two will be fine. Whoa. Okie dokie. Strength is the key to 2016 in general for you, Leo, but it kicks in late January. They just want to make you aware of that. These 2 cards have actually come up for another sign, a sign that I can't quite remember. I believe it was Pisces a few videos ago. For me, this actually means that you're quite in tune with your sensitivity, as much as that is, and also your intuition. The messages coming through do relate a little bit to the darker side of you Leos, and kind of the need for mystery. A lot of people don't actually realise the fact that Leos can be drawn into a mystery. They like a little bit of whodunit or conspiracy theories and things like that. From the Leos I've known, they're very keen in looking into that. So I feel like the biggest mystery you're being presented with this January is yourself, and figuring out the depth of your consciousness and how you are going to kind of absorb the positives around you rather than the negatives. There's a lot of focus on what needs to change, not a lot of focus on what is already beautiful and good. So I think that for some of you, not all of you, you may be wanting to find out a little bit more about the beauty of the world. For those of you who are already enjoying the life's pleasures and life's great gifts, then this is just about actually focusing on your strength and your inner power, because you have a lot of it. But for a few of you, I would say a majority of you, I feel as though you've kind of lost that power slightly, or you feel like you have no power, or not as much power as you did have before. They just want to say that that's not true. but you do need to honour your feelings, you know. So in the first week we have the Ace of Mirrors, and this would normally be the Ace of Cups in traditional tarot, but here it does bring forward a case of inner reflection. And I do feel that you're going to start the new year with a different tack. So you may be considering a different route or something adding on to your business plans. For those of you who are business minded, I would say that you are quite esteemed in your area. There was a word or a phrase that just came through to me: don't get too deep too soon. If there are new opportunities that come through for you in the first week of January, don't, throw yourself into it. I think this is kind of saying take a step back. So if you have a job interview, if you have an opportunity, just try and take a step back from it, just slightly. Because I don't think that they want you to get carried away, get your hopes up, just in case. There's kind of a Gemini mindset there, or a Capricorn mindset, in the fact that, well, you might not get it, so just kind of go in with the opportunity in mind, but don't really tune into that. And it's similar to other people as well. If you get an invitation socially, or if you get an invitation just in general this week, or in January as a rule, kind of try and see it in two minds. Don't just go in all guns blazing, that kind of thing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. They're kind of trying to ask you to balance your energies this month, and also try to monitor what you say to people, because some people might take that as an incentive to basically use it against you in future. So I think this is all about, looking into the truth of people and not getting carried away. Not to the traditional meaning, but when I hold this card, that's what I feel for you. Okay, Six of Scrolls. Ooh. The green fluorite wants to begin its travels. Okay, so with this card we do have a beautiful elephant and a fairy there with a lovely new moon. And in the second week of January we do have a new moon. So this could mean that you want to kind of start writing down your intentions for, the new year. It's the first new moon of the new year, so you could be now in a building up phase. But I think just keep a peace with the knowledge. Again, this could be something to do with what I said at the start about sensitivity to things and conspiracy theories and kind of the mysteries. Kind of enjoy what you do know rather than what you don't know. And then just kind of, the way that I'm feeling it is very difficult to put into words. It's almost like being content with the facts you have, just for the week, and then delve into the facts you don't. But this is like accumulating your knowledge, understanding what's gone before, and kind of, some of you may feel tired because of something you know or something that you have realised over the course of 2015 or even the last few months. And I think that's what this fairy is here to say, is healing of that knowledge. Some of you may be wanting to let go of a few people, or have had to let go of the idea of a few people. And I think that's the idea of somebody in particular seems to have been with you for quite a long time. But now you seem to be letting that go. And that's the knowledge, I think, that, you've got your newly learned lesson here. And I think that's something that you may need to just kind of take a step back from and kind of release a little bit at the new moon. Okay, so in the third week we have the Devil, but, it's, to me, this is kind of elevated. I mean, I don't know whether you can see some of the details in this card, but it's beautiful. This is the best Devil card I think I've ever seen. But it's almost about, if it feels too good to be true, it probably is. And I think it's watching for particular characters that may be trying to take advantage of you. Similarly, if I can just, holding a mirror, And in the first week, I think I just said something about, you know, watching for the people who may want to use it against you or use the knowledge against you. This devil, I think, does indicate the fact that people will be trying to get something on you, get some dirt on you, or just trying to manipulate you into something in particular. So do see if you can watch for this sort of people. It's all not all beds of roses, and that's why they also seem to say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't go, oh yeah, and trust it from the off, because this seems to be quite important, that there may be a double play coming through, and the person, you know, who offered you the job or something like that, not in every single case, but a fair few, there's reasonable doubt enough to suggest that you may have some issues with this. I'm trying to get more on it, but they're a self-destructive person, and they do it to kind of draw in others into the same pattern. They may look wonderful, they may look like they've got Dolce & Gabbana and whatever, but I don't feel like they are true. I don't feel like they are beneficial to you. So kind of, you're going to see them for who they are anyway, because you've already got your little knowledge here, but just try and avoid this person, or whatever you can do in January in general. It's not limited to the third week. You do have strength. Now, on the strength card, we normally have a lion, which is often, you know, Leo related. But here we have someone who's just kind of gone through a learning phase. And I believe in this deck it's the traveller, it's the kind of the learned one who has got strength through knowledge and actually life experience. He's travelled a long road. He's had a lot of ups and downs, but he's still happy. He's happy to continue travelling. He's got a kind of Sagittarius vibe about this guy. So I feel like you have actually got a lot of world knowledge. You have a lot of understanding of where you're going, what you're doing. At this present moment, you may not have a clue about what's coming up in the future. For instance, like your next goal or your next big event. You know, you may be in a bit in the wind on that one. But I think he's here to say that you have a lot of strength to battle or overcome whatever's gone before and whatever's coming through, because you know people. You've been there, done that, got the t-shirt 1,000 times. A strength in knowledge and a strength in understanding. You have roots, you have ancestry that goes back, that may be going back to help you, actually. A lot of community spirit with this one. No matter who you come across, no matter what type of person you meet, you seem to be very open and honest with a lot of people. And that's good. That's a good thing. Very colourful character. I think you've got a new adventure coming up. That's what I feel. You have a very big new adventure coming through. May not start in January, but you may feel it yourself throughout the year. So we have sensitivity as the overall card with Haniel. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honour yourself and your feelings. So with this card, I do suggest that you go back to nature a little bit. You go to somewhere that you feel safe and like you can restore yourself. This, I believe, would be a brilliant time to practice something that makes your heart sing. It could be singing itself. It could be, I don't know, reading. Could be something like that. Creative energies. Either way, it does indicate in this particular card that you may want to embrace something that makes you feel like you're back in the status quo, like your equilibrium is, you know, back together, back sorted, that it's not all over the place. And basically, if you feel like you need a break, take the break. If you feel like you need, I don't know, if you feel like you need to see somebody, like a friend, for an hour or a day, or just kind of, how to put it, have time out from a relationship that you're kind of worn by or something like that, do it, because I don't think it would benefit you to stay amongst that energy. It's a very strong need to honour yourself and, you know, kind of take a step away from anything that you feel nervous about. Yeah, that's all I'm getting for that one. But on the whole, it is a little bit of a sensitive month for you. I do feel like you are going to be challenged, but there will be some kind of overcoming of doubt, and assertiveness within you will come through. If you'd like a personal reading with me, just to take a look at what's coming through for you, I've got 2016 readings, tarot readings, video, Skype, spirit guide readings, and also astrology spells, things like that on my website. Also, if you'd like to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, or even email me, I love, love, love to hear everybody, and I've made some great friends from, you know, conversing through that way. So thank you ever so much for keeping in touch with me and letting me know how you're going with various projects and things like that. It really does warm my heart to know that, you know, you're all doing okay and there's things coming through for you. I will be doing the February one very soon. It's going to be really interesting to see how this comes up for you, but I will keep you posted on anything else or anything new that seems to be coming through. And thank you very much for helping me invest in this channel by supporting me on Patreon and donating. That's absolutely great for those of you who've done that. Thank you so much. In the meantime, take care, Leo. I really do hope you have the best start to the new year, and I look forward to reading for you again soon.